It's finally here. It's Tuesday, 8 p.m. It's time for CCUK Resin Q&A Live, sponsored by apexresin.co.uk. Don't forget, use my discount code CCUK, save some money. That's right. Tonight and every Tuesday at 8 p.m. we're going live on the only resin talk show where you meet your favorite artists and creators behind the gloves. CCUK Resin Q&A Live. We'll be talking with fellow resin artists and creators and answering all of your questions live. Make sure you stick around. Ask all your questions in caps lock. Get involved, share this video with your friends and family, and enjoy the show. And with that, I'd also like to take a moment to say a massive thank you to everyone that supported this channel, guests, sponsors, members, and subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. We all grow together. The more questions you ask, the better the live will be. So be creative and ask away. Make sure at the end of the video you give it a thumbs up and comment. That's how we all keep growing. But for now, sit back, grab a drink, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello everyone, how are we all doing? It's Tuesday, it's 9 p.m. in the UK, but we'll get onto that in a minute. So for those of you in the UK, you're having a bit of a later night tonight, but hopefully that'll be okay. Bit of a mix up on times. I think it happened the same time last year about this time, which is because the clocks go back in the States a couple of weeks earlier than they do here. So there we go, but we are going live. I'm excited for tonight. I'm excited that we've got 30 people in chat already. So hi everyone. And do you know what? I think we've got an amazing artist coming on today who's just at the start of that YouTube journey. And for me, they're my favorite lives because we get to know somebody right at the start. We can all help support them by going to their channel and subscribing. So I'm going to introduce Bobbie Jo and her partner's coming on as well. For those of you that might be tuning in for that as well, we've got Dot coming on as well. From Homestead Resin. So do me a favor, whilst they're doing their introductions and saying hello, nip over to Homestead Resin on YouTube, dead straightforward, at Homestead Resin, and subscribe. When I logged on before the show, I think they're on about 136 subs. Let's get them over 200 subs tonight. That'll be exciting. So before we go any further, remember, questions in caps lock, and we've got the amazing Lula as my mod tonight, who's going to message me those questions through so we do them in order and nobody's gets missed out. But in fact, Lula's just sharing the channel there. But without further ado, let's welcome Bobbie Jo. But before as well, apologies to anybody that noticed on the thumbnail the spelling was wrong. Never trust AI, and the picture was wrong as well because it converted it in the wrong way. But here's the real Bobbie Jo. Hello.
Hi.
You got there in the end.
We did it that for sure.
And we've got quite a few in chat already. We've got 36 in chat already, including Michelle I saw from Glitz and Glitter. Hi, Michelle. So, yeah. Do you want to, before we go any further, just give your channel a shout out so everybody knows where to find you?
You can find me at Homestead Resin with Bobbie Jo. It's easily found if you do the @ Homestead Resin. It'll usually show up if you just do Homestead Resin anyway. But either way, Homestead Resin with Bobbie Jo. That's me.
And interestingly, I started speaking to you before you started your journey, which was amazing. Normally it's after the first few videos I start speaking to somebody, but I know we started chatting on emails. And I tell you what, I think they're brilliant. To say they're your first 8 videos, if you look at my channel and compare them to my first 8 videos, mine are rubbish.
Oh, Andy, that's not true. But thank you. I appreciate that.
They really are. Go back and watch them. It will give you a laugh.
Okay, I'll have to check them out. I don't think I got back that far yet, Andy, but I will.
Yeah, but no, I tell you what, it's brilliant to see as well, because I think every video that I've watched yours, and I said this to you on email the other day, so hopefully you don't mind me repeating it, but I think you're increasing in confidence with every video, and I can hear that in your voice. You're getting more confident with what you're doing on camera, and it's brilliant to see.
Thank you. I have good mentors. I have you, and I have Michelle and Mary from Resin Me Up, and I watch so many. There's just too many to mention, actually. So I have a lot of good mentors.
Michelle saying Doc is hidden behind the chat.
Okay.
It's because you can view.
The chat's over here on this side of the board. That's why.
That's the problem. If you're viewing the live chat, there we go. He's hopefully there.
Hello, y'all.
Yeah. This is Doc. He's going to be starting his channel.
Is that any better or worse in chat? Let me know. But then it cuts off Bobbie Jo. So
let's get the dog out of us. Hang on. The dog's in the middle of us.
Keep the dog. Dogs are great for viewers. We get more viewers with dogs.
There we go. How's that? Better?
I think so. Oh, there we go. Frosty's subscribed to you as well. So that's great. You're getting a few subs already.
Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it.
But normally the way we start these lives is, I suppose, you telling your story. So first of all, what got you into resin? And I saw in your channel, actually, I didn't know this, and we've already spoken. I didn't know you did basket weaving for about 30 years as well. That'll be interesting if you can combine the two.
Every basket was $500.
Yeah. No.
Imagine weaving a basket and then being able to cover it in resin as well. Oh,
yeah. I don't know. It's been in the back of my mind trying to combine the two, but yes, well,
we did use the resin to make the little rows for the top for the handle.
Yeah,
the wooden handles they stopped making.
Michelle has a gift basket from me that I handmade, and the top tulip is usually made of wood, but the carver stopped carving. So then I had to get creative, and so
we created a mold.
Got some mold. Doc created a mold.
Yeah, I'm involved with some of this.
And he created the mold, and we built one for on top of the basket.
Right.
Okay.
And you can do that with resin. That's the neat thing about resin, and that's where I'm pretty interested in the idea that if you have something that is interesting to you, you can take it, make a mold, and then you can create something out of resin. It might be metal, but you can still create a hammer.
That's the exciting thing. If you can think it, you can do it.
That's right. That's right.
It's just figuring out the steps to do it.
Right. That's why when you had the Would You Resin collab, I was all in. I'm like, I wasn't ready to do the edits yet, but I wanted to be all in because of how much I enjoy wooden resin.
That one right there.
And I love the turtle and the snail, to be fair.
I'm sorry?
I love the turtle and the snail that you did, because you did 2 Would You Resin collaboration videos.
Yes, I did, because I just kept going. But yeah, this was resin. Yeah, and we're going to announce the winners of these in a little bit. But this was the wood and the resin, and it's very It looks
very cool. I tell you what, I'd never thought of using like those laminate strips, but it is wood, and it's an easier way, much easier to handle that than a huge slab of wood as well. So it's great.
Yeah, that's why when you said it was raining over there, I was thinking, we'll figure something out.
All of my stuff has to be done outdoors with wood because it tends to be giant slabs, and I've still got the makings of a coffee table on my living room floor at the minute.
Okay. When I was a senior in high school, I made a grandfather clock. I was the only girl in wood shop. So it was very fun. And I love that kind of stuff. My grandparents were carpenters. So yeah, it was fun. But I don't really know. We went from basket weaving. My kids hated the sound of weaving when I weaved. They could not stand it. So we knew we had to find.
What, does it make a noise?
Yeah, it does when you weave. It goes through some people. They can't stand that. So because it's wet when you're weaving, the reed has to be wet. So it makes a sound. So
we've got Claire in as well from Claire's Crafty Corner. Hi, Claire. We're getting quite a few coming in. We're up to 44 now. So do me a favor, anybody that hasn't, I want tonight to be about Bobbie Jo hopefully growing. She's only 8 days in technically into her YouTube journey. And by the way, I think you're already doing amazing, because you was at 136 subs before we started, which it shows that you're putting the effort in to put a video out there every day, which is hard work. People that don't do it don't realize.
I don't know how Michelle does all that she does. I really don't. Kudos to her, because Glitz and Glitter is there 7 days a week for you, no matter what. No matter if it's a holiday or rain, shine, doesn't matter. She always is there for us. And I just don't know that I could do that. But I can do at least 3 to 4 days a week. But I'm not committing to 7. I just can't do that.
No.
Just can't.
the only way I could do that, I think, is if I could potentially do it full time one day. But it takes so much. It's like I've had 2 days off work this week, so it's been brilliant off the day job. So I was off on Monday and I was off today, and it's been brilliant because I managed to get 4 pours done, 2 videos edited, and just focus on the channel for a couple of days, which was nice. But again, normally in the week I get 3 hours a day, and that's it. So it's difficult.
Oh. Yeah, it's very difficult for sure.
So tell us what got you into resin.
I don't know. I think it pretty much was just trying to get me away from everyday life that was hard to handle. I know many of you don't know, my husband was diagnosed with cancer. It's not curable. It's a lot when you have somebody going through chemo every day and all that. I'm sure many of you know the story. So I don't even want to go there because I don't want to get emotional, but that's where it started. That was the whole thing. And it's something we could do together. We're always together anyway. We work together 7 days a week because he has his own psychiatry practice that now went down to part-time. But when we were full-time, we were together forever. I mean, just when he got out of the military and retired after 33 years in the Army, we opened up his own practice. And then we were together even more. We tried not to call each other. That's why I call him Doc. Everybody asks me that question. Why do you call your husband Doc? Well, because in front of patients, you don't want to say, oh, honey, or hey, babe, or whatever. So I started calling him Doc, and it's just never stopped. So it's just a habit.
Well, I think that was my first question when we met. It was like, do I call him Doc? Do I call him James? Do I call him Jim? It's just like, what do I say?
You can call him.
But again, Doc, if that's easier, I can remember Doc.
Whatever you want. Call him Hey, he'll probably answer.
So you got into resin, and I think a lot of us do it for that reason as well. I think resin or any craft is a great way to, I suppose, sometimes distract your mind, I think is the way that I would phrase it.
Absolutely. Because
you can just focus on a project and it takes you away from anything else. And that's why I love it is I've got quite a stressful job in the day. And actually, when I get home, I don't want to sit down and just watch TV. I want to do something productive and create something. So I'll just sit down and think of a random project, and you can switch off for an hour or two. And I think it's amazing for that. And mental health wise, it's brilliant.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. It's really good for mental health. Truly is. So, and I love it. So
what was the first piece you made? Just out of curiosity.
You were going to ask that. I was ready. Did you see that? I was totally ready. I knew you were going to ask me that question. Actually, I was hoping you'd answer that question.
$500.
Now, this is really not, this is kind of embarrassing to show you anyway, but I'll show you anyway, because there's a huge bubble. There's 1, 2, 3 bubbles, but this was my first piece.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's our wedding picture, and it's in a picture frame. And there's lots of bubbles. See, bubbles. I don't know.
I love the uniform there, Doc. That looks amazing. Is it a uniform in the picture?
Yes, that's his uniform. Yep. That was when he was he got married when he was a captain. He retired as a colonel, full bird, but that was him as a captain. Yep.
Yeah,
so that was my
first piece. That's really good. I was expecting them to be large bubbles and misshaped resin. And
no, I do have one of those though. That's just called my biggest failure.
Have you kept it though?
And that's really, I kept it. It's here.
You've got to keep it.
I was looking for some of them.
My husband won't let me get rid of anything.
She must have hid it from me. Oh, this one?
Do you really want to see it? Yeah. It's really bad, guys. It's really, really bad.
I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's so cool.
I have to tell you what happened. So here's what happened.
Cool. And it's $500.
It's embarrassing. This is terrible. This is a terrible, terrible story. Okay. So I know that, as Michelle from Glitz and Glitter taught me, you put a drop of glue in your resin if you want to suspend your glitter. So I was thinking, well, can you suspend other things adding glue? Can you suspend, say little tiny things floating? Will that happen, or is it just glitter? So I wanted to try it. So I took my mold and I had to let it get thick so that I can add I was adding little fruit pieces to this hippopotamus that I was trying to make. And the hippopotamus, I waited till it got thick, and I was going to drop the fruit in it and then swirl, then pour it in. Well, it didn't go well. So this is the front of the hippopotamus. If you can see that, it's really, really bad. See, is it too?
I don't know. I don't think it's that bad.
Here's the back. His
It's
back looks
unique.
good. His back looks good. It got too thick, too quick. It was. I should have poured it 5 minutes before this.
It goes into slime though. As soon as you add that glue, that's it.
Oh, it was so much quicker than I really wanted it to be. But I did get my answer, which was the glue does seem to let it float. So I'm going to do it again. I haven't done it, just like that darn goldfish that you saw in the 2 videos that I still didn't get right. So I'm going to do the goldfish again and the hippopotamus again. So
this is awesome. $500.
Anyway,
I'll tell you what. When your channel blows up, that could be a good investment for somebody. You know.
You never know. You never know.
But do you know what? That's the great thing that your mistakes are the best pieces sometimes because you learn from them.
Yeah.
And I've kept all of my mistakes, like Meth Bear that you've seen. I'm not going to show him tonight.
Yeah, I know.
I show him on every live, and I'm not going to for once. But yeah, it's great. I'll get him later. But yeah, it's one of those things where I still like them because they're different, and every piece of resin's unique. And even if it's a mistake, it's still unique.
And art.
Yeah, well, that is unique, if nothing else. It's definitely unique.
Well, with art, I think the beautiful thing with art, any art, is everybody sees something different. And I know Lula did that Van Gogh collaboration on Monday, and I did a version of Starry Night. And I always thought the black thing was a castle. It's not, it's a tree. I was like, oh, okay.
Right. That's great. That's
everybody will always see something different. So
yeah, for sure. Just like on your wall of your lips one that you have on your wall. I saw the lips, and Doc saw a dragon. The first time he saw it, he said, "Oh my gosh, that's a dragon!" There's the fire. Like he totally saw the dragon.
Yeah.
So it was.
I'm
really
looking at it now. I still see
an alien throwing out flames, with their hands, like.
Yeah, he could use that piece in his office, I think.
Wow. It's on the website.
Hey, be careful now, Andy.
I do ship to the US.
I know you
do. But no, it's great. And again, that's the thing. You've got to enjoy and love your art. And I'm always surrounded by resin, whether it's the clock above me, got alcohol ink bits there, and I've got pieces of resin all around me. And I think every day, if I look at them, I'll see different things. And it's just like, oh, wow, it did that.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of shipping to the United States, Laura over at laurasartcorner.net, she had asked me to relay a message to everybody today. And that was that we had a question, I believe it was Cherie that asked the question, does Laura's Art Corner ship to the UK? So she sent me an email and she said, yes, I do ship to the UK. She does it manually, though, not on her website. So you'd have to email her. Her email is lusher, that's USHER, 52333 @gmail.com. And if you email her an order and you have to ship it to the UK, she will go ahead and give you the 15% off discount instead of 10.
Yeah.
Just to help you with the shipping costs. So,
and if anybody needs that email address again, just let me know as well, because I've got it and I can send it you. So that's not an issue. And she does do some great products as well. Yeah, I love her. Her Candy Apple Blossom Red is the best red ever.
Yeah.
Nothing beats it. I've not found a red that beats that.
I don't have that color. I'm going to have to order it. Candy Apple Red. I told her I need to place an order today. I don't know where I'm at.
This picture here.
You guys, is this on camera or is this on camera? Can you tell me? A or B?
Well, you're on camera now to me.
Now or not?
I think Doc's out of the picture though now.
So, am I on camera now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
You're still on camera?
Yeah, we have.
This was done with that Candy Apple Blossom Red.
Oh wow!
Are we both on camera now or not?
Yes.
I can see you both. You're just above the chat. You are at the minute for me, Doc.
So you're good.
Yeah, but this is that Candy Apple Blossom Red, and it's like a metallic red.
I love it. It's like a metallic. I was going to say it looks like metallic red. That's beautiful. Okay, I'll have to order some. I told her I'd have to
Yeah.
get with
The
her tonight for an order.
Joker. Yeah.
That's a very cool piece, Andy.
That
Where'd
is
you do
cool.
that one?
Thank you. Yeah, I did that by hand with UV resin.
Oh, I love
That
it.
is nice. That is
And
lovely.
I love the film, so I just did that by hand. And obviously it's
Wow.
backwards the way that I did it, and then layered it, and then covered the whole thing in resin at the end. So that was just an A4 mold.
Oh, I love it.
So yeah,
See,
it's one
now
of my
that's
favorite pieces.
more than $500. That'd be $5,000.
At least
Yeah,
5,000.
it's really cool. Yeah,
It's by
really,
hand.
It's actually
You
by
know what I'm going
hand.
to do with that?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going to
awesome.
print.
Thank you
Because I've
guys
got a
for
3D
answering.
printer recently, so I'm going to print a red balloon as a stand to put it in.
Okay,
And I think
that'd be awesome.
Then it'd be $10,000.
There you
Oh, at least. No, but it's way cool. You know, I mean, that's art, and you did it. I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, you're
Very nice.
talented.
I think that's the beauty with resin as well. I wasn't particularly artistic before resin. I carved wood, which in itself is an art form, but
Right.
I think I've had to learn lots of different color palettes and things like that since I've got into resin. And it's like with alcohol inks, which colors are going to go together, which ones are going to muddy, and all of that. So I think it increases your knowledge of art overall as well. And then it's thinking about what will go together, what won't, and then throwing them together anyway, just to see what happens.
Right. Absolutely. Well, and I have an allergy to resin too, but it doesn't stop me. I just keep doing it anyway because it's fun.
Do you know if you have an allergy to resin, try multiple resins, because some people have allergies to certain brands and not other brands, depending on what they put in.
Yeah, and that's what we're finding out now. We are finding out what it is my allergy. I mean, I was at urgent care again yesterday, but
Right.
they're saying it's not the resin at all. They're saying
Right.
it's just a different skin condition, but I don't know. We're still working on it. So I'll
Are
keep
you using like a barrier cream as well on your skin?
Yeah, I have barrier cream and gloves and sleeves and the whole thing. I have a respirator, but I just can't use it unless my husband puts me in a hypnotic state. I will be claustrophobic. Can't do it, and then you won't be able to hear the resin the resin story.
But the issue is that you can have an allergy or a sensitivity. You know, you could have eczema, or you can have different skin conditions, and so you may not be allergic exactly to resin, but since it is a chemical, right, a volatile chemical, your skin can react, and then that can cause a cascade in the immune system so that you have a rash.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be putting a
And
bubble.
so it may not actually be the resin itself, but it could be volatile agents in general. So like, so for example, alcohol fumes. Some people can't drink alcohol because they break out in a rash. So it could be an immune issue. It can also be a liver issue. It could be a multitude of issues. So people have to, when you have a quote unquote allergy, you want to really explore it, because it would be something different that's going on. So and it's a
I saw the
process.
question go by in the line of who makes that candy apple resin.
Yeah, Laura, who's just turned up in chat.
Yeah, Laura's our art corner. She's the one.
She heard it all the way from wherever she was. She was like, somebody's talking about candy apple blossom red. I better get in.
As soon as we got done talking about her, she popped up there. So
She also does the octopus inks in the States as well. I know that because I know some people have struggled to get them in the States. I know that she does those, and they're amazing inks as well. So I love them.
Right.
I'm just weighing up whether to get the full set at the minute. It's a lot of money, but I'm weighing it up.
Yeah, I'll just collect them a few at a time for now.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. But
I noticed they're a little bit cheeky, octopus. So I looked at their full set and I looked at how much it was. And I thought that was every color. And then I found loads of other colors that aren't in the set. And I'm like, oh. So
I know. She has a
going back to your channel then, you started with resin, and we've gone through why you've done that. Why did you then want to move from doing it yourself onto YouTube?
I don't know. I think just to share and to get to know the community. The community of resin artists are such a unique community. My husband did 33 years in the military, so I've been in almost every type of community you could possibly imagine, all over the country and Korea, Asia, all over Asia, Hawaii, and all over the United States. And the community is really tight, and it's just so nice. and people are just friendly and they're caring, and they actually genuinely want to talk to you. They want to learn. And that's what gets me.
Yeah.
Yep.
The community is amazing. Without the community, I wouldn't be here doing this.
No, I wouldn't do it. If it weren't for the community, I wouldn't do it. No, I wouldn't.
Because I give up like every spare minute of my time, and it's that community that keeps me going. They are absolutely amazing. And the majority of them, there's always one bad apple, I think, out there somewhere. But the majority want to help people. But I think of YouTube like it's just a reflection of life. Mm-hmm. So if you surround yourself with the right people, with the right mindset that you want to be around, then you're going to have a great time. If you surround yourself with people that are negative or don't have the same views that you want, then you're going to have not a great time. And there's always bad apples in real life as well, let's face it.
True that. Right. So, absolutely.
But I've made so many friends on it as well that I've not met, but I would class them as true friends. And it's like people from even in the States and places like that I've never met. But if I had a problem, I would reach out to them to talk because I would view them as friends. And I think in this day and age, that's rare.
Mm-hmm. It is. And it's so prevalent in the resin community. I just haven't seen anything like it.
No,
it's refreshing. It's very refreshing.
It's good. It gives you a positive spin on life, I think.
Yeah.
Which everybody needs in this modern world.
We need that badly. Yes.
So before we go into the questions, because we're getting quite a few coming through already, I'm watching them build up. So don't worry, we're not missing any. They're all coming through.
Okay, I'm not worried. I'm not in any schedule.
Good. So tell me is there a make that you haven't done yet that you're passionate about doing that you really want to do? Okay.
Everybody who knows me well already knows this answer. I have all the supplies. I have been thinking about this project for the last, 4 months, at least 4 months, probably 6 months. No, it's been longer than 6 months. It's probably 8 months. I took the classes from Dion Kapoor's. I took all of the classes, and she does beautiful geodes. And I wanted to learn her little tips and tricks behind those, as well as her beach scenes, which are done in a completely different way than I've ever seen. And don't know what I'm talking about. I guess you'll have to either check that out or you'll learn when I do one day. But before the beach scene will be the geode, because I have everything. I have like 12 containers of crushed glass sitting right here, the celestial fire glass. So I have everything to make them. But the geode is definitely, I said if I had an allergy and I absolutely had to give this up, something that I love this much, that no matter what I felt like, I was going to get the geode done before I gave up. So, but
I've not got into geodes yet. I've seen them, but I haven't done them yet. And I do like them. I like the crystally looks. I like and I love the fluid art part of resin when you use resin to do fluid art. So I would actually quite enjoy them, but I just haven't done one yet. So I agree. I think they look amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait to do one. I really can't wait to do one. I'm trying to wait till now it's starting to get warmer, so I can maybe open up my garage and set up my shop out there and then do some pouring out there, because it's a lot pouring at one time, because I'm going to make my first piece will be like 12 inches by 24. So the wood is already cut for 12 to 24. It's already framed. It's all set for me. It's just waiting for me to start. But it'll happen soon.
That'll be a big project as well. I'm excited to see that one.
Yeah, I can't wait.
The only thing is in Tennessee, it does get to be 100 degrees, 110 degrees Fahrenheit, which is probably 34, 35.
We'll have to do it then before it gets to be July. So maybe between May and July.
But, we have the VOCs. We have things, the resin or VOCs that, purify the air. We have 2 of them running all the time, and then I have another air purifier. So we got, and the air conditioning.
It might be worth, I'm just thinking, if it does get that hot, try... there's a resin that I've been using from Apex recently called Cure Pro, which isn't affected by temperature at all.
Right.
So that might stop you getting flash cures, which I would imagine you would get in that heat.
In the heat,
yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I did it in an air fryer to test it, and it still works.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. Like, more about that.
I don't use it. I did the video, but I won't use the air fryer for food now.
It's just for resin. Right? It's your resin air fryer.
Resin flavored fries. Yummy.
That's great.
I'd like some resin chips, please.
Yeah. These taste a bit plasticky. I don't know why.
I don't know why it tastes like plastic.
What type of potato is that?
It's not, it's resin, but yeah, no, cool. So we're getting quite a few questions coming through. So I'm going to start going through them if that's okay. And then we'll come back as well afterwards. So just so that if anybody's come at the start, they're not missed out if they can't stay till the end.
Absolutely.
So Annette was asking if there'll be any challenges between you, like Michelle and Don. So I think that's between you and Doc.
Challenges between me and Jim and Don and Michelle? Was that the question?
No, I think that she means between the two of you. Is Doc going to do resin as well?
Yeah, Doc does resin. He does resin. He doesn't do it as often, but he likes to do resin. He likes to make molds more, but he's like Don in a lot of ways. And also, I mean, it'd be actually good to see Doc and Don actually, but they're about the same level. Jim and Don are about the same level. So will there be a challenge? I'm sure there will be.
We're professional. That's the level. See, amateur, professional. You know, see. That's Dawn is professional too. You know, Michelle, she's good. Michelle's good, you know. Dawn.
Yes, I'm sure there will be.
I've heard it's all about his hair. That's all it is. The ladies go crazy for his hair.
Yep.
I'm losing mine, so maybe not so much, but there we go.
I need a haircut.
It's long for him, but yeah. It's not a competition. Right, Denise?
Yes, it is. It is a competition, always.
So there you go. Next week, do a video with you two competing and doing a coaster side by side or something like that. That'd be really interesting.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it within the next week.
There we go. So that'll be fun to watch. So there you go. I hope that answers your question, Annette.
Yes,
Denise Kendall is saying, Bobbie Jo, what's the hardest thing about starting your channel?
Oh boy, hands down, it's editing. Editing. That is the hardest part about starting the channel. I had lots of videos stockpiled. That wasn't the issue. The issue was editing.
Too.
And I threw things. People did not want to be around me. They would walk in and walk out. It was just one of those. I was throwing things. I was crying. I quit a million times. I screamed. I cussed. I almost threw the computer. And then, as you know, Andy, I had you be my coach and you helped me a lot. So thank you very much. I owe a lot.
You're welcome.
And really appreciate that. CapCut and I, though, still did not get along. I did end up switching, but
you've switched now.
I still learned. I still learned a lot. And if I wouldn't have had those coaching classes from you, I still would probably be sitting there trying to figure it out.
Right. Yeah. Because the classes help the general process of it. But I think the issue with CapCut, and some people's brains will work CapCut great, and that's the way their brains work, right? Other people can work, the iMovie, which is a Macintosh product, right? Because their brains work that way. So, we have used, iPhones instead of Android phones forever and a day. And then I have used a Macintosh forever and a day too. So the Army forced me to do the Windows-based, Macintosh, Android, all that, because that's what they did. So I can do both. But for me, even my intuitive thinking, CapCut was difficult for me because innately I'm more of a Mac guy. And I think she's a closet Mac person, closet. And so anyway, no gutter here, but still. The issue is that just find what works for you, because there's other alternatives too. There's several others, but I think those are two of the top ones. And so when she switched to iMovie, she was able to move into.
Oh yeah, yesterday's video. It took me under an hour to.
Oh, that's amazing.
And that's what I was looking for. The first one took about even with iMovie, still took about a week. It took like every day of like 6 days.
Well, no, I was thinking. That's not CapCut. CapCut was a week before that.
Oh, that was horrible. That. Yeah, that was.
She tried to get it done with CapCut.
As you know,
she gave up and switched to iMovie, and iMovie just took 1 week the first time.
Yeah.
But then she cut it down to just a day, and then 4 hours. The more you get into a system,
whichever platform you use, because I've switched a couple of times. So I started off with the same one that I think Michelle used to use. I don't know if she does anymore, but I know she used to use Filmora Wondershare, I think it was. And I started with that, and I liked it. It was similar to me to CapCut, don't get me wrong, but they kept putting the price up for me, and I was like, I didn't like that. And then I moved to CapCut, and I just liked the system once I got into a routine. And for me, CapCut I can now edit a typical 30-minute video in about 2 hours, so that's pretty good for me. And I think that's where when you
really good features, they really do.
The more you do it,
features.
the faster you get, and you get to know a system, and you just do it automatically. And it's never going to be easy. I've always said if somebody comes out with an app what you can just upload your videos to, and it automatically edits them all perfectly, they'll make a fortune. But it's the more you do it, the easier it gets, and the more creative you can get with it. And I think I'm still learning. I'll still be learning in 5-10 years time, because there'll be new stuff. It's like AI at the minute. There's so much to learn with AI. Sometimes it gets it right, sometimes it gets it wrong, but it's fun to play with and learn.
Yes, I know. And my eyes are not getting any younger. In fact, they're getting older. I'll be 60 this year. Like 60. I'm gonna be 60 this year. Oh, you guys, it's terrible. Your eyes go.
I'm younger.
60, forget it.
I'm much younger. I'm only 36.
I'm 21. I'm 21.
For the 23rd time. I know.
Yeah.
36, but I'm dyslexic.
I will be 60 this year. Same as old as the.
It's only a number. You're only as young as you feel. That's what I say.
But my eyes are there. What's going first? So ChatGPT and AI did my my thumbnail yesterday. If you noticed on yesterday's video, if you look at that picture, I look like I'm out of my mind. And I didn't notice until it went live.
Now, if you don't like it, you can ask it to change it. I've noticed that. I've seen a few thumbnails, and the problem is, I use AI for a lot of mine. But the problem is if I make an edit to it, so if I don't like the first thumbnail and I say edit it, it reverts back to a historic picture of somebody that isn't me, and I'm like, it's not me. You need to change that.
That may be worse. That's so funny.
Oh, that is hilarious.
I'm gonna have to check into it.
Some of the AI programs you use, I think they program it to deliberately make mistakes, because then that way you have to pay more credits.
Right.
And they make more money.
Yep. They make more money. Absolutely. It's all about
money. And I had that because I used an AI tool to support me when I was doing my website build, because I'm not a programmer in any stretch of the imagination.
Me neither.
And it would randomly, every 5 or so things I asked it to do, it would do something completely wrong. And I was like, can you fix this? This isn't what I asked you to do. And it's like, yes, I can, for an extra 40 credits. And I'm like, but I think it's obviously part of the money making side of things.
I think so too.
Right, Lindsay Donkers, who I think is new to the channel. So hi, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay. Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
She says, how do you get your resin easy out of molds like animals?
Well, depending on the mold.
My muscle.
Definitely mold release. First of all, if you think it's going to be a mold that's hard to unmold, use your mold release. That's the first advice. And then the second advice is
probably a valid question as well right now.
Find yourself a man. Oh, I like that. I like that frog. That's this frog, right? That's this frog.
Yes. Is that that's Julie Cutz's one.
Yes.
And then I made a custom mold with baby frog underneath. So I've got baby frog.
Right.
And I've got the big frog.
No, not too much. You got to take.
Can you see
he's very cool.
Yeah, they can see him. I don't think it's blurring that though. Is it blurring the frog?
Yeah, it's blurring.
It's blurring.
It's the same frog. It's the same frog.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I could do it while I'm on.
But some of the ladies in chat were saying that I never use pink. So this is my 50 Shades of Pink frog.
I like that pink frog. I like pink.
Yeah.
I'll have to make one in pink, I guess. I don't know.
Well, that's got about 14 different pinks in it, so that should be enough.
Wow, that's beautiful. Okay. You didn't demold him obviously yet, then?
Not yet.
I can't wait to see that one.
That should be in a couple of weeks. But no, some of the ladies were saying that they were my pink ladies, apparently. So I don't know if I'm a bit like Danny Zuko out of Greece, but
yes.
So
I love that frog.
He's trying to figure out if the frog is blurred because of my background, because I blurred
I can see
background.
it there. I can see it there, just about right.
Yeah, because you have.
So you have to be in front of it or behind it to back it. I think is what the secret is.
Yeah.
I won't put that screen thing on next time, but yeah. So anyway, that's what I would recommend. First, the mold release, and secondly, I would just, whenever I can't get something out, I just take it to my husband. That's what I do. Honestly, I try my hardest every time. Sometimes I don't want to break a nail, so I will take it to him, and he will. I have a couple split molds, but not many.
It could be, and I've just thought of this, it might be getting the resin bits out of the mold after you've demolded, because sometimes you'll get little bits. And in that case, I would just use tape and get it in the mold, take it out. It's the simplest way.
Oh, is that what she meant, not to demold? Was she looking?
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. It's
I'm sorry.
The way the question's worded.
Okay.
Or if your resin goes wrong and doesn't cure, which might happen if you don't mix it right, then freeze the mold.
Freeze the mold, that's right.
Freeze the resin, and then you can demold it, and it doesn't ruin your mold.
Yep, that's how you do it. If it didn't cure right in your mold and you need to get it out of your mold. So whatever whatever answer is for your question.
Then hopefully we've answered it between us. Susie's asking, this one's for me. So Andy, if I make my own pigment paste with either A or B resin, does it affect the amount of each part I use? Not really. Nope. You can use A or B, just don't mix them together. And you'll get a different consistency of paste depending on if you use the resin or the hardener. So it depends if you want it more liquid or more solid.
Mm-hmm. And don't mix.
And I usually find I think it's normally the hardener I've got more of left than the resin if I use a 1-to-1. So I just use whichever one I've got left. As long as you don't mix the two, it's fine.
Right. Yeah.
And that's fun. It's fun to do as well, making your own pigments.
It is. It's very fun.
I recommend it.
We'll do a show on that at one point.
Let's have a look. Where are we? So another one. Oh, Lindsay actually asked afterwards. It was because she was struggling to demold an animal. So you were right.
Okay. I've been there. I've been there, Lindsay. I've been there many times. Trust me.
And it all depends on your mold as well, because some of them are just really hard to demold. Some of them are
really hard. Yeah.
But axolotls, for example, they're a nightmare to get around the gills unless you spray a squirt of alcohol in to loosen it, and that makes it a lot easier.
Alcohol and soapy water, one of the two.
Yeah. Okay. Mary Beth is asking, Bobbie Jo, what is a project or product that you want to do or use that you haven't used yet? Is there a product you haven't used yet? I think we've kind of gone through a project you want to do, but is there a product that you haven't got that you want to use?
Well, I haven't used my Marabou inks, which just came in. I've never used them. I've seen everybody use them, but
the rainbow one.
Yeah, I'm going to be using them. I got a whole set of Marabou inks. Save your money if you want that one, Andy. The whole
that is actually in my shopping basket.
The Marabou inks, they can be a little pricey, but I've been dying to try them. So I am excited to try those. I have I have Diana Kapoor's. I have every color she makes. And I have a huge collection, of course, of Let's Resin. I absolutely think I have every color that they make. But the Marabou inks, and I'm started recently collecting the octopus inks from Otters Art Corner. And I have lots of glass and all that kind of stuff. But I am really curious about these Marabou. I just pulled them out today, actually, to look at them. I was going to do some investigating and see what we could do with them. Yeah.
And you see, because I don't have a Marabou rainbow ink, I found a really fine glitter that I sometimes mix in to give the similar effect. But again, cool. I've just not tried it yet. So that is in my basket. So I might be getting some of that myself, because I think for galaxies and things like that, it looks amazing.
I like those galaxies that you do. They're awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait to try that stuff. I haven't done that.
Okay, where are we now? So that was Mary Beth. Luann Lewis is saying, help me, please. Okay. We'll try. All my cabochons end up sinking in the middle or elsewhere. I'm so bummed and discouraged. I used UV resin, maybe use regular resin. I'm sad.
This is an Andy question. Andy's he's the king at that.
It's your pigments that you're mixing into the UV. So I do this all the time. If you mix any pigment too heavy in UV resin, it will not cure properly. The light has to be able to penetrate through. And I actually did a piece earlier on today where I tried doing it in this pink mold. Now light can't get through pink.
No,
and I still managed to demold most of it, but some of it is still stuck on there. So you've got to remember that UV light has to be able to penetrate. And if you mix up, it's like black is the most popular one where people go wrong. They'll mix it up. Like even one drop of pigment paste is too much.
Right.
So you've got to make sure there's enough transparency in the color, and build it up in layers with UV to get it solid. Otherwise, you'll have uncured UV resin in the middle of it and a thin shell that cures. And that's where you get that dint.
That's right.
And a funny story is, when I first started resin, I made some UV pendants that did exactly that. I thought, oh, I'll just leave them on the windowsill. So I left them on the windowsill, and then they ruptured, and UV resin went all over my windowsill, and I had to repaint and stain them and everything. It was crazy.
You won't do that again.
No, but that's the thing. You've just got to be really careful with UV that you still allow the light to go through it. If you don't allow the light to penetrate it, it won't fully cure no matter what you do.
No, although, you know, it brings something to mind. Yesterday on my channel, I even mentioned when I showed the water ripple heart pendant, I said, go ahead and use it as a light catch, as a sun catcher in your window, because that's what it's made for. However, I did find out recently that some YouTuber famous, I'm not going to mention the names because that's not my business, but their house caught on fire from the sun catcher from resin. So I just want to stand corrected in that it should be an indirect light, because it could still be used as a sun catcher, but it really should be indirect light, folks, because we don't want anybody's house burning down. That's not our goal here.
And again, if there's colors in there, there's less risk. Normally, if it's transparent, it can magnify the resin.
Yeah.
And it works a bit like glass can. So glass can act as a magnifier as well. Magnifying glass, if you ever pointed it from the sun, you know, if you've got a mold that's sort of rounded, it creates the same sort of effect. The sun hits it and it can set things on fire. So just be careful.
I'm so sorry to hear that happened to that person. I feel really bad that had happened to them. But
any type
it's good
of sun
to know.
catcher,
I'm glad that he shared. I'm glad
you need to be aware. Any sun catcher could potentially do those.
Even the crystal ones could. Even the crystal ones, if it had a particular angle.
Exactly, at the right angle. And, you know, metal can get quite hot. So if something touches the metal, like a cotton curtain touches that metal part of it, it can ignite. So, I mean, the sun, you know, it's powerful.
It's powerful. Yeah. Snap. There we go. But yeah, it is. Right. Where are we? So Glitz and Glitter by Michelle said Don would do it. So I'm guessing that's about you and him having a collaboration.
Well, we'll be out there probably in May. So I guess we'll have to do something for sure.
Okay. Majors Made is saying, if I have resin I haven't used in a while, will it solidify?
I believe if it does solidify or get too hard, you could try throwing it in a water bath and warm it up a little, and it should be back to its normal self, I would think.
Well, no, I think they're asking, will it still work if the resin's old?
But it will if it's
should work. If it's liquid still,
if you can get it to be soft and you can get it to loosen up again, which is by a warm water bath. There's also machines out there you can buy to do that, but a warm water bath works just as well. I mean, if it doesn't, it's obviously too old and it's time for the garbage. But
and it will also yellow sometimes, because most resins have an expiry date on.
And
if you don't use it in that expiry, then it may go yellow. Now, it will still work if you mix in pigments and colors and things like that, because it will hide that yellowness, which is fine. But you're right, it can also crystallize, in which case, if you heat it up, often you get rid of those crystals.
Right. But you guys are being kind to me. This is good.
Well, I want somebody, whilst I'm looking at the next question, have a look at your channel, Homestead Resin, and see how many subscribers you're on now. I'll be intrigued if we've gone up.
Sure, let me pull that up right here.
I'm gonna guess at 150, but it could be higher.
YouTube, there we go. Homestead Resin 145.
Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Go and subscribe, people.
Exciting. I know when we get to 500, we already have some prizes.
Oh.
Yep, that have been
prizes are good.
Donated from companies, so that's pretty nice. So
that's brilliant.
I'm excited about that. So when we get to 500, we'll be getting, and then I also have another one for 1,000. So we'll get to 500 first, and then we'll have that party, and then we'll go on.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be long. I think it'll be within the month for you.
Yeah.
If you keep at your pace, I think it'll be within the month. So I think you're getting there, which is amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate you all so much. It really does mean a lot to me that you would like to spend time with me and see what I'm creating. That just, it gives me the chills. Like it does. It gives me the chills when I know that you guys want to come and see what I'm doing. That's just, there's nothing better than that.
No, I agree. I think it's that those little things, like every comment matters, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And don't forget the thumbs up, because that's what people are missing. There's two things that I've noticed on the statistics of my YouTube channel. And the first thing is that people are not, 13% of the people are not clicking that thumbs up. So you have to do the thumbs up, click on the below the video. And then the other thing that they're missing is that the people who are watching from their TV are not subscribing. They don't know how to hit that subscribe button. So the way you do that, and I promised about 5 people today that I would explain this on your live. So when you're on the TV and you're watching YouTube and you're watching my channel, you can, like, it's usually found if you hit your like pause button, where that line will come up in the middle of your screen, and below it will be the thumbs up and the, you know, whatever, and there it will be subscribe. You can always go to the YouTube site and hit subscribe underneath any of the videos. But if you're doing it live on the TV, you just arrow down. It's over to the left and it says subscribe. And that's where you hit the subscribe button.
On the remote, there's little arrows. So you can arrow it down and then push it, you know, shoot it over.
And people don't realize how important that is, but it is, because if people don't subscribe to your channel, they don't see your new videos coming out. Therefore, they don't get as many views. Therefore, YouTube doesn't think they're that good a video and doesn't push it out to more people. You know, it's really important, if you like a video from anybody, that you at least just subscribe and give them a thumbs up. Just put something in comments, even if it's a heart. It makes a difference. And I get people that just put an emoji in. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely. As long as they subscribe and then put a comment, share. That's really urgent. Just
and
share.
Send $500.
Just keep sharing. Just keep sharing. Share.
So Denise is asking, Denise is saying your intro song is so cute. I usually like to get right into it, but she loves it.
Thank you. I appreciate
so there we
that.
Go.
She worked on that.
Yeah, yesterday's video was, the music in the front was very short, and I did have a few comments about that. People were not happy that they didn't get to hear that music in the beginning. But thanks, I appreciate that. AI wrote that. And my husband is a musician, so he helped with the words.
Oh, you're at 150 now, Angelina's saying.
All right. Thank you.
Get in there. It's growing.
Thank you. Hey, it's growing.
Let's get it to 200. Come on, people. Subscribe.
We all grow together. We all grow together.
And that's the nice thing about the community. You help each other out. You learn things. You collaborate. Collaboration, right?
You know, most things are so competitive. You know, some sports and some fields are so competitive. But in the world of resin, we aren't that way. We want to see each other succeed, because if they grow, we grow it. We all work together.
Well, that's the whole idea behind these is we get the big channels on with bigger audiences. We get smaller channels on that are just starting, which hopefully gets eyes on everybody's channel. Right. And then we all grow together. It's as simple as that. And then if we do all grow together, YouTube thinks, hey, resin's a popular topic at the minute.
Right.
And it pushes everybody's videos out.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key. That's why it did so well in COVID, because there was lots of people watching it. Right. If we can get people interested in it and starting to do their own things again and push the amount of view hours YouTube gets on resin, it'll push everyone's channel higher.
Yeah, it's like Lula said, we want to inspire, and that's exactly what we all do. Right. You know, we just try to inspire new artists and everything else. So,
well, see, I'm a child psychiatrist too, and geriatric, so both ends, and addictionologist. So what I see the resin community and resin art being able to do with proper protective equipment and respirator and goggles and mask and everything is that it gives people the ability to grow and learn. So it's good for children and parents to get together and do some things. It's good for that older person that maybe is home and they can't go as much as they used to, but they can join the resin community, through the internet, right? And have a community and friends, and then also do something that's creative and art. You don't have to be very good initially. In fact, you'd be horrible, but it doesn't matter. What is horrible?
Yep.
It's art. So all of it is beauty. It's beauty in the eye of the
Well,
beholder.
and resin has a mind of its own.
It really
It's
does.
gonna-
That's
it's
what,
gonna
yes.
look
yes,
like it wants to look like anyway.
Resin does what resin does.
You won't have a
But
say
that's the beautiful
sometimes.
thing, that resin is for everybody. And this
Yeah,
is
I agree.
wonderful.
And I think, interestingly, last week, I think it was, I got a happy mail from somebody with a letter in it. And it said they'd been off work for a month because of illness, and they'd lost their voice. They couldn't really talk, but they said it was mine and another resin artist videos that helped get them through that, because they felt like they had a community of people that they could still talk to. And I nearly cried when I read that, I'll be honest. And it's rare that happens, but I got quite emotional. And again, it's things like that just make you realize that it's more than just making a video on YouTube. You're giving people company sometimes that don't always have company as well.
That's right.
And I think that's where the community ethos comes, is I think we're like one big family most of the time, most of us. And I think that's the beauty of it. And you don't get that in many walks of life or in real life, to be fair. I think it's so special.
Yes,
That's true.
that's true.
Right, we've got another question
Okay.
from Laura Usher herself. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
And somebody was asking earlier, where do I get Candy Apple Blossom Red? From Laura's shop, with this laurasartcorner.net. Amazing
She
stuff.
does ship to the UK. You just have to email her the order, and she'll give you 15% off to help you out with that shipping. So I told you, Laura's an awesome gal, man. I'm telling y'all, she's pretty amazing.
And if you only ever get one product from her, get that, and you'll want to get more.
Yes, absolutely.
There we go. You're going to run out of Candy Apple Blossom Red, I'm afraid now, Laura, but there we go. Let's have a look. So she was asking, which mold release do you use that doesn't affect the shine on your mold and still makes your piece come out?
I would have to go get it.
What is it? I'll go get it. What is it?
I would have to for the mold release.
Not
You
alcohol.
probably won't
You
find
want
it.
the mold release?
No, wait, Andy, you're gonna have to show yours. Our mold room is under
This is the one I use.
construction. I'm still not in my normal space, but you won't find it, Jim. It's put away. That's the one I use. That's it. The black and white.
Is it?
Yep. Yeah.
So I
that's
get
it.
mine from Amazon when it's in
I use
stock.
that. Yeah, that's where I
and
get it from. I get it from Amazon when
And
it's
this
in
is the one
stock.
I use. So it's Bondit Industrial
Bondit.
Lubricants Silicone
That's
Release
right.
Spray.
That's my maiden name, Bond, B-O-N-D. So I should have remembered that.
Oh, okay.
But now I will remember it forever. Oh, but it's the black and white can from Amazon. So Bondit, yeah.
When you're out of that, soapy water
Yeah.
or alcohol, but alcohol can dull it.
Yeah.
But soap and water
soapy
won't dull anything. Soapy water.
And with me, it depends on the mold. If it's a cheapo Timu mold,
doesn't matter.
no offense to those molds, but I'm
Alcohol
not
is
as upset if I ruin one because I can
Right.
just buy another one for £3 or £4.
Which is
If
nice.
it's, I don't know, molds and shapes into resin mold, anything like that, where I've paid a little bit more, I want to take care of it, and that's when I'll use one of those.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, so Rosemary Dill, who's a new member. Hi, Rosemary.
Hi, Rosemary.
When dropping alcohol ink in my resin, why does it travel to one side even if my mold is level? Is it the Chupe resin you use?
If your house is not level,
No.
then that's it. When your house isn't level.
I think if it's level, I think resin just has a mind of its own. You can't forget the fact that resin will do what it wants to do, not what you
And
want
don't
it
forget,
to do.
with resin, even if your mold is perfectly level and your table is perfectly level,
Yes.
it will always have that movement because it moves inwards. So it will move stuff around all of the time. But that's part of the beauty of it. And it's just learning sometimes how to control it as best as you can, and then realizing it still might not do what you want it to do.
That's right.
Yeah, she comes out an hour later. What?
But often, if you find things are shifting all the way to one side, then it is a case of something somewhere isn't level,
Something is
and
not
that can
level.
often be the mold as well.
Yeah, it could be.
Yes,
Absolutely.
we had a mold like that.
And-
we couldn't
I've
figure it
got
out.
a
And Andy had
Phoenix
one
mold.
just yesterday. Yep, I saw that.
Because we had our level
And
out,
literally
and
all kind of shift halfway.
it was the mold. Yeah, we had
Yeah,
the same thing, and we really.
Yeah. Those are the molds you usually get from Temu. They're not perfect, gang. Sorry.
I hate to
Although
say
you
it,
got a
but
mold from
most
some
of the
other
time.
company, too, that did that.
I love
I'm
Temu.
50
a Temu
I'm
fan.
50-50 with Temu molds. 50% of them work great. 50% of them are shocking.
Yeah, that's right. I agree with that statement.
But you get them for a quarter of the price of a quality mold, so sometimes it's worth the risk.
And
Yeah,
it's art.
absolutely.
It's art.
I
so.
like Temu. I like getting Temu packages too. You know, they're fun.
Yeah.
When they come.
Denise is saying, ladies, I need to make a memorial dog mold. What is the best way to do a brindle breed color?
Ooh, brindle breed color. Wow.
A brindle breed color.
Is that where it's like the black and the brown?
Like a
Black
straw,
brown.
like a light
Like a
brown,
rust,
and
like a
goes
rust,
into
yeah.
white. Is that what I'm
I
thinking?
would be tempted myself to do it in one color and then dry brush it with some paint and then put another sealing coat over the top.
I think that's a smart idea.
Oh, that's a brindle. Look at.
Yeah, that's
It's
what he was talking
light
about.
brown and dark brown.
So you do the.
So I was picturing something
So
else.
do the baseline as a brown, and then have highlights as the black. And they can't see it, right?
Or what you could do as well. Let me. Well, I can do something. Hang on. Let me just share my screen.
The brindle is that picture there. Can you see it?
Okay.
So the other thing I'd be tempted to do is actually play with your mica powder. So on your mold itself, you can get a micro brush, which is tiny, and just dot the lighter color around, leaving space, and then go over it with the darker color, and then you can mix them all together, and you'll probably get a similar effect with that.
Yeah. Paint on your mold. You can always paint on the mold a few, you know.
I would practice first before you
highlights.
put the ashes in. You know, that's what, that's the other thing. Is,
Oh,
you know,
100%.
try different colors, try different things, experiment. It's art, and resin does what resin wants to do. So try to get consistency of what you would like before you do those last, you know, ashes. And again,
and if you are putting ashes in as well, practice with something like dirt or sand. It's a similar texture, and you'll get to know how it reacts in the resin.
That's a good idea.
And I've done a couple of memorial pieces now, and again, different ashes have slightly different textures. So maybe mix in a little bit of tiny gravel as well, because it sounds horrible, but sometimes there's different sizes of ashes as well.
There are,
and again, you can play with the effect because some people like to see the ashes. If you're like me, I like to know they're in a piece, but I don't want to physically see them. So there's ways to blend darker colors in, and they're still in there, but you don't have to see the ashes.
Yeah.
So
I know Michelle did Michelle at Glitz and Glitter did my mom's ashes for me because I just couldn't do them, and it turned out absolutely stunning. And she has a video on that, so if you want to go back and watch that, I don't know the video number. I apologize, but
maybe Michelle can chime in.
You can.
Put that in there.
She doesn't know it right now, I'm sure either, but she'd have to look through them all. But
it's really
she
lovely.
did but you could tell, you know, you could ask her as well, you know, the questions, the ashes when you put them in does change it. I know in the gray color that was the stone for my mom's ashes, the gray definitely changed, and it was good though. It was a good change because, like you said, you could see it. You could see that the ashes are.
Yeah. So, and again, it all depends on what look you want. So, I've done 2 memorial pieces so far. So I've done the ring on my finger, which has got ashes in, and then I've done an angel wings version. But both of them, I didn't want to physically see the ashes. I just wanted to know that they were there, because for me, it was more important knowing that in this case, my sister was with me all the time, rather than actually physically seeing ashes, because I don't think they're very attractive to look at. And at least that way, I knew they were there, and that's the thing. Oh, Michelle's actually answering on the brindle side. Try out alcoholic drips with the right colors. That could work as well.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Michelle.
So there's that one. Are you okay for time as well? Because I know we've gone over the hour.
I'm absolutely fine. I need to. I'm fine. I have nothing to do. Go ahead.
Okay. So Lauren's asking. Well, she's saying, Bobbie Jo, show us your favorite piece.
Oh. I would love to show you my favorite piece. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Yeah, that's him. This is my favorite piece of all time. Well, I don't know if I could do that here. Why don't I'm going to let Jim hold him because he's heavy. He's like 10 pounds.
Wow. Is that a giant turtle?
This is my giant turtle. He's my favorite piece I've ever poured. He is my favorite pour by a long shot. Everything on him is perfect. The eyes are perfect. The stones in the back. I have a few hearts that I put on his back, and I put a couple of hearts in his tummy too.
Oh, he's gorgeous from what I can see. Yeah. Love the blue eyes on him as well.
Thank you. Yeah.
I need a giant turtle mold. I need to get one because I fall in love with them every time I see them. And that's one mold that I don't have yet, a giant turtle.
I know. Ironically, Andy, I'm going to ruin a surprise. That's what we sent you when.
Really?
Yeah. And Amazon vetoed it because I ordered it from Amazon in America. They said no. Then Amazon in UK, I guess, didn't have any more. Her eBay store is out of them. So I guess she's working on more is what I've heard. But I saw her do a post to say that she was sold out and she's going to get some more in later in the month. I've been trying to. That's what we originally sent you was the turtle, and then when he got vetoed, I'm like, well, I guess we'll get him something else. That's what happened with me in the giant frog mold. That's what happened with me in the giant frog mold. Exactly the same. I ordered it and it took the order, and then I got an email back to say, no, sorry, they're not in stock, and I was like, don't let me place the order. Yeah, because I told you it was coming on Friday because they said it's coming on Friday. They didn't tell me until Friday morning that it wasn't going to get there today. And I'm like, what? But anyway. Thank you for the thoughts there anyway. And I would have been over the moon. Eventually. You'll get it eventually. That's all I can say. That was my thank you for helping me, coaching me with editing. Again, there's no need, but no, thank you very much. And I love the kintsugi mold that you sent me as well. That's amazing. I'm glad. Where's the next question? So Susie, that you had fun with it. It's really cool. Well, we've just gone through that actually. Your favorite make, which is the turtle, that's there. Princess Scary, I just need to say thank you to you as well because earlier on in my members giveaway that I did, you gave 5 people membership to get us over that. And that got us over that 50, which meant I did 2 prizes rather than 1. Nice. So thank you very much, Princess Scary. Generous. That's very nice. Very nice. Thank you. And it allows people to see what membership's all about for a month as well, which is quite sweet on that. So her question is, why is the use for AI thumbnails surging? Well, that's pretty straightforward to me, but why do you think? I mean, they do one in literally 30 seconds. So much quicker. You can have a thumbnail done in 30 seconds. And if you use a photo editor, it can take you 10, 15, 20 minutes sometimes. At least. No matter, or even CapCut or even Canva, things like that. It can take you a lot longer. AI. If you train AI, you can train it to do the same style every time. And sometimes it gets it wrong, but you're right. It can take maybe 2 minutes, and I can walk off and make a coffee, come back, and it's done, and it's brilliant because I haven't had to do it. And I think I mentioned this to you when we talked about thumbnails. I love AI. I think it's so creative, and it's another form of art in a way. But what I don't like is if I see a thumbnail and it's about resin art, and then the piece on the thumbnail looks nothing like the end piece in the video. I think that's where people have a problem with AI because of the way people use it sometimes. And that's the thing. If you're going to use it, you can very simply put in the prompt, upload a picture of your piece and say, make sure it's this piece of resin you use, not an interpretation of it. Because then you don't get accused of clickbait. Because I've done it before. I've clicked on a video. I've seen the thumbnail. I've been like, wow, I need to learn how to do that. Then I've got to the end of the video and I'm like, I've just spent half an hour watching that video and that piece doesn't look anything like the thumbnail. And I feel a bit cheated when that happens. Yeah. And that's where I think people have a bit of an issue with AI. But I think you can use it creatively. But if you're doing it for something like art, make sure the piece of art, and my earlier AI ones, I didn't do that. I just let AI do what it wanted. But every one of my recent ones, it shows the actual piece of resin that I've made. And I think that's where it's different. Yep, absolutely. And I don't necessarily dress in the outfits that I put myself in on AI or anything like that either. But that's part of the fun. Are you sure that ballerina outfit looks really cute on you, Andy? Well, I haven't done the video for that yet, so that'll be interesting. I like the Japanese warrior one, though. Yeah, me in a pink tutu doing resin. I don't think that'd get many views. They definitely did they gave you some muscle tone there in your thighs. and your legs.
Yeah,
not your thighs, your calves. I
it's
guess.
good how you can do that. You should see my Baywatch one. That is perfect. With me in those red shorts running down the beach. But there we go. So that's why I think the surging, it's simpler to do. Plus, there's so many other products that are offering that as part of their service as well. So there's tools you can get on YouTube where most of these products offer you a version, and even I think on YouTube Studio now, you can get it to generate a version of a thumbnail, and it just makes it simpler for people to do. And I think that's why, because it takes so much time otherwise.
Yes.
Okay, so Rosemary's asking, how much resin did it take to make that turtle?
It was about, I want to say he's 40 ounces, I believe. And
That's
I had
a lot of
stones
resin.
there, so a little bit below that, but about 40 ounces. And it might even be a little bit more without the stones. But
I think that's more than the giant dragon does.
Yes, it is. I just made a dragon yesterday, and the dragon's 30. 24 to 30, but I poured 24. 24 wasn't enough. I had to add, so closer to 30.
The great thing is with molds like that, though, is save your mist pours, because if you do it in chameleons and black resin, you can throw all of your mist pours in and hide them in the piece. It's great.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I love working with stone and crystals and all that kind of stuff. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite. And abalone shell, that kind of stuff. I love putting it in resin because resin makes
You want me to let you in on a secret?
Beautiful. And that's why the turtle and the frog both have the stones and the crystals and stuff in, because I love doing that. It's just, no doubt that those are my favorite pieces. That's why.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. And interestingly, you mentioned abalone shell. I've made a decision on my coffee table, and I've been thinking about so many different ideas for the river.
Abalone shell.
I've just bought 2 bags, and it's so expensive, of abalone shell. And they're only 40-gram bags, and they were like £15 a bag. So this is £30 just in little abalone shells. Right. But I'm going to have a bit of a chameleon base in the river. Okay. Then I'm going to scatter the abalone shells. And then I've got 5 real whole abalone shells that are going to go in that river. And I think that's going to look amazing.
Beautiful. Hopefully. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be And the giant turtle, somebody just said 50 ounces. 50 ounces. So without my stone, it would have been 50 ounces then.
Wow.
So the stone, I did 40. So yeah, the 50 would make sense. I know his head alone, just his head.
Small initially, right?
Just his head is about 4 to 5 ounces, just his head alone. So
like here's abalone. But the abalone is so nice.
And this is one of the prizes. So I wanted to let's finish the questions first, and then I could go over
I think we've gone through them. So I'll give people a 5-minute warning in case any more questions want to come through. Yeah, but I was going to suggest, do you want to do your giveaway?
Yeah, let's. Where's the papers? Where did the papers go? Oh, here they are. Okay, because I don't have them memorized. That's for sure. Okay, so this week, what I did was the first whole week of the show, all the demos became giveaways. And all you had to do to be eligible is to like, subscribe, and then leave a comment. So this is what, and this was not, I did not decide these winners. It was completely random. I had nothing to do with it.
We had an independent judging agency.
So this is who the winners are.
Not
so
us.
the set of the coasters.
Yeah, good luck to everyone who entered as well.
Yeah, thank you everybody for entering, because I really do appreciate it.
It's still not
here.
Yeah,
okay, Doc's gonna have to handle.
I don't know why. Must be my shirt's black.
So just to remind you, the first week was the coasters, and that was these, and that is going to be sent to. Is everybody ready? Drum roll. Tammy R.I. Davis 6931. So congratulations, Tammy. And we'll send those out to you. All I need to do is to email me your address. And the email address is homesteadresin@gmail.com. homesteadresin@gmail.com. And that'll be the same for all of these. You just have to email me so I have your address, and I can get these out to you. Okay, the second show was the turtle. And that's this turtle.
Yes. I love him.
Can the winner of this one swap it for the giant one, though?
No, there's so many
Well,
fights over that giant turtle.
This
I
one
have
almost
been-
didn't go either. I love it.
I have been offered like $350 for that turtle. I want y'all to know that. So
Yeah.
I've been offered $350 for that turtle.
It's
I
my
still wouldn't
favorite.
sell them. I still wouldn't sell them.
That's a bargain. That's a bargain. I would want double that for that turtle.
Yeah, a turtle is gorgeous. Okay.
But
so
this is beautiful too. I mean,
this
I love
is-
this. I almost didn't let her give it away.
My husband
And
loves
I did
turtles.
help on it too. I did some work on the little, sanding and getting the edges.
He
and stuff.
did. Yeah. he did.
That's kind of what I do. I do the finishing touches a lot of times.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the turtle, the winner is Cherie Shaw, UHMK, and she has the turtle. So congratulations, Cherie. We'll get that out to you.
Turtle.
Thank
turtle,
you very
turtle,
much for
turtle,
entering.
Turtle.
Okay, so the third giveaway is going to be the hearts, the first and second. This is these were the alcohol ink hearts. So they were the aqua or the pool, I forgot the colors already. You'll have to
Put
go
them
back
together.
to the video to watch them for sure if you want to know the exact names. But the 4 hearts, and they are going to Lori Higgins 1188. So Lori Higgins, this will be coming to your house. And
Cherie is in. She's saying thank you. Look, she's
oh,
there.
you're welcome. I'm so glad that you won. I'm glad you like them, and we'll get it all out to you this week. Or what's today? Today's
Well done, Laurie Higgins, as well. Congrats.
Oh, yay! Congrats. Yes, definitely. Okay, and then the next one is going to be the snail. This is the snail. The clear, so y'all remember the snail, right? I'm sure you remember the snail.
Snail.
The Would You Resin snail. The snail is going to Mary Beth 17. Mary Beth 17.
Mary Beth.
And that's the snail. So Mary Beth will be getting the snail.
I think
And
Mary
then-
Beth was with us earlier, actually. I don't know if she still is.
Oh, well, if not, she'll hopefully hear about it. I'll be announcing them on my channel probably tomorrow or the next, one of the two. The next is the Deanna Kapoor's. I did her colors, her new colors that came out. I did a show on those.
That.
And this was
That's
the
nice.
pencil holder that we made from that. And this is going to, the winner of the pen holder is at Cynthia's Crafts and More. At Cynthia's Crafts and More.
Well done, Cynthia's Crafts.
I love this one because it's like lava,
It
from the
does look like
volcano
lava.
where you live in
I'd say
Hawaii.
that looks a bit like tortoise shell to me on the screen.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
correct.
colours.
Yeah.
Too.
Yes,
True
it could.
that.
Yeah,
True that.
tortoise. Yeah.
Yes. Do that. The last one that we have today, and there's one after this, but the last one that we have today is the autism hearts in the red and the blue and the green and the yellow. You see Doc and I both looking around for them, like, where did they go? They were just here. The other set of hearts, they should be right here. Oh, here
over
they
here.
are. They're
Oh, over
behind
here.
my drink. I didn't see them. I knew they were here. Okay, so the autism hearts that I had a lot of emails and comments and text messages from people asking me to do those hearts for autism, and we decided to do it. So this is them, and the autism hearts are going to at Michelle Owen. Michelle Owen. She will be getting these hearts. So I just need you to send me an email.
Congrats, Michelle.
Yeah, there we go.
They're going to cost you a fortune shipped to the UK.
Nah, it won't be that bad. I think you guys have more tariff shipping to us than we do having to ship to you.
Yeah, that's probably true, actually.
Into it. Yeah, I checked into it today because I figured that we have some UK people. The last thing that we aren't going to announce today is, if you saw yesterday's video, I did an Easter special with the, well, it's right here, actually. This bunny trinket, bunny ear dish from Into Resin, and this crown box. So we have 2 giveaways for those. I'm not sure if they're going to one person or 2 yet, but today's the last day. So it'll be chosen either tonight at midnight or tomorrow morning. So, and they'll have to come to my channel tomorrow to hear the winner of that. But everybody should like, subscribe, leave a comment if you're interested in winning these. The winner's chosen from the comment section at random.
Congratulations to all
Congratulations
the winners.
to everybody. Thanks so much for entering.
And everybody for
I'm thrilled.
participating.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm thrilled that you all
Subscribe,
entered.
like, comment, subscribe.
And
like.
don't forget, everybody's a winner just for being here. You know, it's brilliant.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, they are. Yes. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
And everyone's a winner for watching your content because that way they learn.
Yeah, and I'll be doing giveaways probably once a month. It's just who I am. I like just giving back.
Yeah,
You come to
and
me
it was
and
great
say,
earlier on as well. I did my
"Hey,
members giveaway, and Edna won one of them as well. And
Oh,
I know
fun.
she's already emailed me to say what she wants me to make, and I've emailed her
Oh,
back and
nice.
say yes, that's fine. So I need
Are
to
you gonna
get
share that
creating
with
that
us?
tomorrow.
Are you going to share that with us?
Yeah, she wants. She fell in love with my crystal mold, my crystal heart mold that I did.
Oh,
which was
yeah.
based on the amethyst, and I actually poured another one today, which I did in
bid
the
on that.
sapphire colors.
I bet on that auction.
Yeah, and she wants one in sort of lilac-y, purpley. Well, I think she might want it in lilac-y purple color. She's still deciding, but I'm going to pour her one of these and get it shipped
Really
out.
cool.
That's an Andy mold. Nobody has that because that's your
Nobody
mold.
else has this mold, so the only way you can get it is by sending me an order on my website.
Yeah,
Simple as
and they're
that.
so rare. I mean, you will never see another one like that.
Well, that's the beauty of it. Is the amethyst cluster itself almost looks like a heart, and that's why I bought the cluster.
And
And
anybody
the fact that I've done it now in resin
parts.
is
Yep.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we collect hearts and amethyst. We lived in Korea. Amethyst is mined in Korea.
Yep.
I love amethyst as a rock as well. And my next piece that I'm going to do with this, I'm actually going to experiment by doing it in 3 pours to try and get the different shades of amethyst going through it.
Wow.
Nice.
And see if I can do that, because I always like to continue experimenting with pours, especially if I've made the mold.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that's very unique mold. I did bid on that, Andy, and then we were working when you were doing that, but somebody was at the door, and I'm like, okay, I can't.
And we
like,
came back.
I didn't want to ditch you and just say, okay, is she in or
Came
out?
back and it was over $500. You couldn't bid higher.
I know.
Yeah.
It just was crazy.
Yeah.
But thank
now,
you,
you know what?
for subscribing.
And I've had a few people inquire about if I'm selling the mold. I'm not at the minute because it would be too expensive. And I don't think people would want to pay that because the weight of the mold, it's 1 kilo in silicone just for this little piece. And to ship that kilo, it would cost even more. So I would have to charge a silly price, and I'd feel bad because you could probably get a similar crystal mold cheaper. So at the minute, I'm only selling the resin pieces for this. So just to let people know.
You could do special order, maybe come up with a price and do a special
if somebody really wanted it and threw me a number that I couldn't say no to, I would make them a mold out of it. But at the minute, I'm not doing it because I'm not doing large volumes of molds on my website because I don't have the time to do it, to be honest, and do it professionally. It's something I will do in time because that's one of the reasons I got my 3D printer was to start creating more molds. But I'm not prepared to sort of do that just yet because I think it takes a lot more time and money.
Yeah, absolutely.
But have you seen this guy that I made as well? He's really cool, and I printed him. He's eating breakfast at the minute.
Wow. Look at that.
Oh, it's
alligator.
a gator eating a frog.
Oh, my goodness.
This is a giant frog. This is one of those giant frogs.
Is it
he's
really?
not small.
Wow.
And he's actually a wine. He's meant to be a wine.
Oh, my gosh. He must be massive.
Yeah, he's meant to be a wine holder. So he holds a bottle of wine.
Wow.
But he's also a giant frog holder.
You should mold him. That'd be hard
So
to
he's
mold.
very cute.
He's very cute.
The problem is, if you tried to mold him,
Couldn't mold him. Yeah, he's not.
there's so much of a gap there. You would really struggle to get the detail in the teeth and demold it unless you use a looser sort of silicone. But yeah, he's great, that design. Can't wait to paint him.
You printed him, I guess.
Yeah, he's printed, 3D printed.
That's
and
amazing.
it was when Michelle was on, she kept on telling me about the gators near where she lives, that they sometimes try and attack the dogs. And I love alligators, but I've not seen many unless they're in a zoo. And I saw this, and this isn't my design. This was somebody else's design. And I just had to print it because it looks so real.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, it's kind of scary looking.
And the great thing is, it holds a bottle of wine. So you could actually mount this on the wall and have a bottle of wine sticking out for when you get home from work.
That's very cool.
Look at that.
That's very cool,
neat.
Andy. That is very cool. I may have to get
I love that. So, and that's a sneak peek of an upcoming video because I'm going to be doing something resin related with it.
Right.
That's neat.
That's very cool. I like them a lot.
But we're nearly at an hour and a half, so we're going to close this down shortly.
Yep, let's close it down.
Before we do that, that one took about 12 hours to print. Just so you know, I've just seen that question pop up.
12 hours.
People don't realize how long it takes because you're doing 0.2 millimeter layers.
Yeah, tiny.
It takes a long time. Oh, Laurie's asking for your email address again, I think, because she was one of your prize winners.
My email address is homesteadresin@gmail.com. Homestead Resin, HOMESTEAD, resin, RESIN, @gmail.com.
There we go. So there's the email address.
No dots in the middle, just Homestead Resin @gmail.com.
Anybody that needs it, there it is on the screen as well. So congratulations to those prize winners.
Yes, congratulations. And thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for entering, for commenting, for sharing, for even showing up. It's just really appreciated.
And thank you to
really
Andy.
Thank you.
you.
It touches me that you guys do that. Really does.
And Joe, keep doing what you're doing because I think you're doing amazing as well. 8 videos in, I think you've grown really well, and you've just gone up another 10 or 20 subscribers tonight. So you'll keep going and you'll keep growing. And what I would say is, as long as you keep it up, I don't think it'll be long before you get 1,000. You know, I think it'll be a couple of months and you'll be there. One video will take off, and then that's it. You'll be there.
Yeah, that'll be fun. But
I've got another question. Did I get loads of printer poo from the alligator? No, I didn't. Interestingly, I got no printer poo, virtually none, because I did him in one color. That's why.
It looks really good in resin, though. It really does.
It's really cool.
I was shocked. I was shocked. Genuinely, I was shocked that it looked that good.
It does though, because it makes it almost shinier.
We're at 153. Lula said. So thank you very much. Appreciate that.
And anybody that's watching this back after, which often happens, what I'll say is be supportive, go and subscribe, you know, because that way we all keep growing together. And if you've got a little YouTube channel and you want more eyes on your channel, reach out to me. I will get you on this show. That's the whole plan. It's not too scary, hopefully. It's just a conversation, and it's good fun. So I know we've got CC coming on in a couple of weeks' time. At the minute, for next week, that's in 2 weeks. That's the 14th. That's confirmed. I've got somebody else who reached out to me earlier on in the week who said that they could be available for next Tuesday. So
nice.
If we can arrange that, we will. If not, I'll do a creation live next Tuesday. But if anybody else wants to come on the channel, reach out, because I've only got 2 people booked in at the minute. And I want to fully book the next year. So that way, everyone can get booked in and we can all keep growing. But it's been brilliant to meet you both again on the live.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much, Andy, for having us on.
Thank you, Andy.
Really enjoyed it, and we like spending time with you guys.
Cool. And brilliant. So
soon. He'll be starting his YouTube channel, though it won't be about resin. It'll be, psychiatry. He's a psychiatrist for 40 years. So you'll get his knowledge that way.
I'm looking, to be fair, I'll probably watch a few of those. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But let's all keep growing together. That's it for tonight. And don't forget, go and subscribe to Homestead Resin. And if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this one. And we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Thanks, you guys. Bye-bye.